got that feeling in your bones. The nagging pull of a dusty box, practically screaming for you from the basement. It's okay. You've earned a little indulgence, said no one ever but the crypt keeper. The powers that be have given in, and now the time of reckoning is at hand!
That's right. It's vacation week. But before we go, let's cross our T's and dot our I's by setting our Outlook out-of-office message. Setting your Microsoft Outlook out-of-office message lets you keep your coworkers and clients in the know during your leisure time. But more importantly, it sets expectations and helps avoid any misunderstandings or delays in communication. Now, you could just set a basic auto reply and call it a day, but Outlook gives you many more options to customize tasks based on the email sender, the level of priority, and even the contents of the message. And it does all this without you having to check in while you're soaking in the sun. Let me show you. To set your out-of-office message in Outlook, go to the File tab, and under the account information, select Automatic Replies, also known as Out of Office. In the window that appears, you'll see Automatic Replies set to Do Not Send. Go ahead and change that to Send Automatic Replies. This makes the other settings available for you to customize. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm working in Microsoft Office 365, but most other versions are relatively the same. If you'd like a full walkthrough with the Outlook mobile app or Outlook on the web, I'll put a link in the description. Now that we've activated the out-of-office message, check the box that allows you to set the duration of your automatic reply. This is a great feature that lets you set up your away message way ahead of time, which is nice because right before vacation, the last thing I'm thinking about is work the next week. So I'm going to pick the start date of my vacation and choose a time for it to begin auto-replying. I'll do the same for the end date by choosing the day I start back at work and selecting the time just before my normal working day begins. With the out-of-office reply dates picked, I can choose to set an away message for senders inside my organization and outside. This is nice because you can leave specific instructions for a group that doesn't apply to everyone else. For instance, I can let my coworkers know to contact a supervisor if they need immediate help, and I can tell those outside the company to contact a separate coworker who is handling all my data requests. If you want to keep the same message for both, just copy and paste the message in both fields. Whatever your message is, you can use the styling and format tools above the text box to highlight key contacts or instructions. I'd also recommend including your email signature as it's more professional than a simple
"I'm on vacay."
One difference the message section has for those outside is the option to auto-reply to just your saved contact or anyone outside your organization. If you choose just to send to your contacts, any other external senders won't be notified of your absence. But to choose either, make sure the box to allow external replies is checked. Lastly, we have a rules option in Outlook that lets you decide what to do with the emails received while you're away, and even create custom actions depending on the email or sender. Go ahead and click the Add Rule button, and you'll see a new window pop up with several customizable fields. The first half of the window is used to set the conditions needed to be met to trigger a specific action, and the second half is the action to be performed. Looking at the conditions, you can customize replies based on who the sender is, who else the email was sent to, whether you were the direct recipient or only copied on the email. You can also enter keywords that may appear in the subject line or body of the email to trigger an action. Additionally, you could also select the Advanced button and narrow down conditions based on the size of the email, the date and time it was received, its priority status, and what kind of documents are attached. Once you've chosen your conditions, you can specify the action it will take. What's helpful about this feature is you can set multiple rules for the same conditions or stop processing rules once the first has been performed. Now let's look at some of these actions. First, you can set up an alert and customize it with a short sound to accompany it. You can set an email to delete automatically or move to a specific folder based on any of the conditions available. You can even set the email to forward to another person as it is, or a separate attachment. Finally, you can set an action to reply with a custom message or template not already set in the auto reply window. Of course, you have to set up a template first by clicking the template button, then save and close once it's finished. And there you go, the best set it and forget it option Outlook has. Setting the guidelines for Outlook out of office message is pretty easy to configure. As for writing the message itself, you can individualize it as much as you want, but some safe and professional best practices to follow would be to include the reason you're away, specify the date of your return, and share alternative contact details for any communications that can't wait. After that, all that's left to do is turn off your email notifications and enjoy some time away from office potlucks, water coolers, and VLOOKUPs.